So now that we are here in the Microsoft Excel, let me now present to you its basic functions and its special features. So when you start working in an Excel file, it automatically leads you to the opening of a new spreadsheet. So we have here the data vault, which is sheet 1, but it is renamed to work 1 because we are currently using a book 1 template from the iStudy portal. And then we have here the sheet 2. So this was already added, but if you want to add more sheets, you can click on this plus button, and then we have here sheet 1, sheet 3, sheet 4, and so on. And so now let's remove that one, as we will not be using any of this anyway for our demonstration. So spreadsheets are composed of rows and columns. So these are what you call columns. It is labeled in letters, and this is what you call rows. It is labeled in numbers. So when you see an intersection between two, like for example, you can see here in the name box, it is C4, or let's say this is the F9. So this is what you call a cell. And fun fact, Microsoft Excel contains over 17 billion cells. So when you click on several cells grouped together, it is called a range. Let us say, let's start with B4. Start at the upper left corner when dictating a range, and then you end with the lower right corner. Let's say H12. Yes, so this is what you call a range from B4 to H12. So we can see here that the Microsoft Excel has different parts of tab under one ribbon, and these are File, Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View, Automate, and Hold. So under, let us have rather walk through with the groups of each tabs, which we can see here in the Microsoft Excel. So it has a little bit of similarities with Microsoft Word. However, there are some of it that stands out with different from the rest of the Microsoft applications. So let us first go with Home tab. We have here the clipboard. So the font group alignment, number, styles, cells, editing, and add-ins. So let's go to the insert tab. We have here the tables, illustration, control, charts, sparklines, filters, link. Then we have here the layout. Yeah. Then we have here the themes, page, setup, scale, to pitch sheet, options, and arrange. Then let's go to the formulas. We have here the function library. Then we have here defines name, formula, editing, and calculation. Now let's proceed to the data. We have here get external data, get and transform connections, group, sort, and filter, data tools, forecast, outline. We also have here the review, which is proofing, performance, accessibility, language, changes, comments, notes, protect, and ink. We also have here the view, in which you can see here the workbook, views, show, zoom, windows, macros. We also have here automate and help if you need contact support or feedback or any help that Microsoft Excel could offer. So now let's go back to the Home tab. If you can see here, there are some special functions in the Excel, but it can no longer be seen in here due to lack of space. You can just click on the dialog launch button, and there you can see the special effects or additional ones that can further enhance your workbook. You also have here additional features such as the horizontal scroll bar to have walkthrough. Through of the columns and our horizontal scroll bar to walk through the columns. So as you can see here, we also have here the zoom in and zoom out options to have a clearer vision of keeping your workbook intact. If you want to enter data into the cell, whether it may be letters or number, you can either type it directly to the cell or add more in the formula bar where you can see the set of text or numbers as a whole. Let's put numbers. 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Since there's already a pattern like adding one number for each cell, you can do an auto handle filter. Auto fill handle rather, and then you drag the green lines so that the pattern will continue. Let's say I want to do it until 40. 40. Yan. Oops, sobra. Okay, 40. This is actually another kind where you can see here that I only click on one cell and then I did an autofill handle. And then the same number comes out. That's pretty much like it. So easy, right? So for the function of the autofill handle, when you select a cell, here, it selects the whole of it. And so if you want to write something, for example, I spell the word, let's say, like that, and you want to edit a few letters of it, and instead of the whole word, and you click on cell, and then you type in, it will be erase completely, whereas you only need to edit a few words. So what you're going to do is you double click on it, and then you double click there, so you can edit the letters that you want to make it complete. Like that lang, so easy. So if you want to clear information because you're not satisfied with the way you encode your data, you can just click on formatting. So the clear button, and you can see different options of clear in here, such as clear all, clear formats, clear contents, clear comments, clear hyperlinks, remove hyperlinks. If you want to click on additional row, let's undo this one. Let's delete that one there. So if you want to click on an additional row, you can click on this certain number and click insert, and there you have an additional row. The same goes with the column. For example, I want to add a new column here, and then let's put insert, and then we have a new column. Yan. Tapos, so yeah. So if the data is encoded for so long and it doesn't fit the view, let's say, I'm going to type additional. Yan. So itatype mo lang yung additional like that. So it's annual income relax. Yan, ganyan. Additional annual income tax. Let's try to here instead. So, and then you click on that. Oh, it doesn't work either. So let's find another cell for that so we can fully demonstrate it. Let's do it instead in column. yeah. In cell G6. Let's see if the style will work. Wait lang guys Medyo mahirap. Okay. Type mo additional income tax. Yan. Yan. However, that happens, for example, the years of service, it is quite long and this is the normal size of a cell. So, hindi mo siya ma-widen. So, obviously, it doesn't fit. All you need to do is to click on this. You can either move it, drag it, or you can double click on the certain letter. You can drag this one like this and then double click on the specific letter where you want the column to be resized, and then it will resize to fit all the letters within the cell. So another feature here is the autocorrect. Unfortunately, it is also no longer in here, but rather it can be seen here in the review. You can see here the proofing, spelling, thesaurus, and workbook statistics. You can also check its performance, check accessibility, and translate language if you want to encode a different language in your data. So, now, if you want to change the location of the cell, the data rather that you have encoded, you can just click on this and then drag. You can see that one. You can drag it to a different one, a different column, a different row, and there it moves. Let's try it in arrange mode. So, let's say this one. So, I want to move it downwards and then it appears over here. You can see that one. It moves from this column to C20 to E29. So that is how you move a group of data. So now that we're done with the anatomy of the Excel, let us move on. Let us move on to the function. So this is what makes Excel interesting, because when you start giving commands or operations, especially when it comes to basic ones, the basic math operations, it automatically computes it for you. Let's say, for example, I want to compute the sum of the years of service. So we will type in here equals. Then we can see a different variations of operations such as substitutes of total sum. Some product, and those are not familiar for me. I think this is the latest feature of the Microsoft Excel. So let us go with the basic one, which is sum. Then you can just type in the numbers. So, 9. A correction, so it's column instead of semicolon, and then there it computes from 9 to 11. So now, let us try if we use the location of the cell exactly. It's he sum. The location is B2 to B2 to 11, and then that's the result. If you want to compute the mean of this, then you click equals, then average, and then same location, B2, and B11, and then press enter, and then the result comes out. You can also do other locations of operations in here, and it is really important for those who are doing computation of grades for educators or statistic for researchers, because you can easily compute here the mean, the median, the mode, and standard deviation. It is all here in the formulas of Excel. And another picture that I would like to show, let us go back to the sum. So if you find it a hassle to just simply encode, you can use AutoSum of this, so and it automatically appears here B2 to B12. B11. Then you press enter. That's more efficient. You can see the result instantly. Now, we can also modify your table. So this is actually the last part of the return demonstration of Excel. You can see in here, we have here the employee name, years of service, salary. It is all in colored. You can just edit it here in the colored and the theme colors, and it in the front color. For example, the employee name, I want to change its color to green, and there it is. And the years of service, I would like to change it to purple, and then it goes like this. You can also change the color of this itself. Example, I want to make it like color pink, and then it becomes a pink triangle. You can also modify more. If you don't like this one, you can change it to another one. Let's say Times New Roman, and then it changed that way. Now this is the time when we can adjust the sizing. Let's see if it will work. There, we are now able to resize a cell, which you cannot do earlier, and now we finally demonstrated it. And so, to show all your data in one chart, you can click on Alt and then F1. Oh, but the function doesn't work here in the operating system of my laptop. So we couldn't also use this picture as well. But you can also align your data by clicking on the alignment. For example, you want to align it in the right, and then it will be aligned this way. If you want to align it in the center, and you want to increase indent, decrease indent, and then the left column, the left indent rather, you can also change the arrangement of this in the number format. We have here the general number, currency, counting, short data, long date time, percentage, fractions, and if you want to make your data more organized, you can sort it. And here, this is the sort. You can sort it from largest to smallest. However, it's already been picked, but maybe I can just show you a preview it so you can sort the numbers from largest to smallest, or you can sort the number from smallest to largest. And it, for example, I want to replace a number and the data is too long. You can also do it in the find and replace, and then the number will be changed. So that's pretty much like it for our walkthrough. So, ganun lang ka-easy, ganun lang siya kadaling gawin. Just have a review lang. Manood ng mga YouTube. And that's it. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.